A Jefferson County family is coming forward after the tragic loss of their son.
Yeah, that family is desperate for answers after a 22-year-old son and father died in an Alabama prison yesterday.
They say that he was beaten, drugged, and raped, but the warden at the prison told them that he overdosed.
WVTM 13's Lisa Crane has more from the family and what the DOC is saying about that case today.
He makes some goofy faces.
Daniel Williams' mother and fiance have fond memories of a young man lost too soon.
He was a goofball, was what he was. Always aggravating.
They were notified last week by the warden at Staten Prison in Elmore County that the 22-year-old was in a hospital for an overdose. But when they rushed to be by his side, they were shocked by his condition.
I went to the hospital and the nurses told me that he was assaulted and beaten really badly. And when I went into the room, he had bruises all down his arm, like down to his fingers. He had bruises over here, he had cuts up and down, he had bruises on his legs, and it was bad.
His father says he had very little brain function left, so they made the difficult decision to take him off life support.
I called the warden and I cussed him out. I was like, dude, you know this is not an overdose case. You know exactly what happened. How's this crap gonna happen like this? Well, it's under investigation right now. And that's the last time I even talked to the warden.
The Alabama Department of Corrections sent us a statement saying a possible inmate-on-inmate incident was reported and the DOC's Law Enforcement Services Division is investigating. Carla Crowder with Alabama Appleseed says what happened to Daniel is all too common.
The brutality, the violence, the dysfunction, it's not an aberration anymore. It's a feature of the Alabama Department of Corrections. It is our system. And so the kind of horrific deaths that we've seen, what happened to Mr. Williams, is not even uncommon anymore.
Now the Williams family is trying to figure out how to bury this young man who was scheduled to be released from prison on the day he died.
I set up a GoFundMe account to get him cremated. It's like $1,000. Okay. I was wanting to bury him by my mom, but that's like $7 grand, you know. I can't afford that.
His fiance is struggling with knowing their daughter will have no memories of her father.
How am I supposed to tell her about her daddy? Like, why isn't he here? Why didn't he ever come home?
I grew up without my dad, and it sucked. So I couldn't even imagine.
In Jefferson County, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
The family says the Department of Corrections will do an autopsy, but they would like to have an independent autopsy done as well. At this point, they cannot afford it.
When I get home from prison, Kimmy's gonna say, how we gonna earn a living? How we gonna get some pay? I'll reply with a little bit of anger. I'll earn my living as a stolen valor ranger. Stolen valor every hour. Super chats, that's my power. Blood, sweat, virtual danger. That's the life of a stolen valor ranger.
Kaiser, this is your father, the wit, god of bullshit. Go forth amongst the people of the earth and con them out of their money on YouTube.